Welcome back to Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen with offices in Houston, Texas, and I'm excited to announce that immigration is finally doing something right, and they're making it easier to schedule appointments with immigration. So many times, if you have a green card and it has expired, and you have filed for a new green card, and you want to get an adit stamp so you can travel internationally or show proof that you are eligible to work, this is going to be a great program for you to use. So if you go on to this website, my.uscis.gov/en/appointment/V as in Victor and then the number 2, you will come up to this page here. And when you get to this online appointment, you'll be able to select your language that you are comfortable in speaking. And then once you do, this form will be in your language. After that, you can look at your appointment if you have already scheduled one online, or if you scheduled it on the phone by calling the USCIS phone number at 1-800-375-5283, or you can go ahead and schedule one. So here, this is a new tool that immigration is allowing individuals to do. So as you see the first one, it says that if you are in the US, you can apply for an online appointment for an adit stamp, which again is for permanent residents who are seeking to put a stamp in their passport to show that they are currently still green card holders. This is very good for people that have applied for an I-751 petition to remove conditions on residence and is taking so long and is well beyond the 48-month average processing time, and they want to be able to travel abroad or they want to be able to work, so this is a good way to get an adit stamp. Also, adit stamps are for people that have lost their green cards or have applied for a new green card because their green card has expired but has not received the receipt notice yet. So this is a good opportunity to apply for adit stamps. It also allows for emergency advance parole. This is for people that are applying for travel authorization because they have submitted an I-485 application to adjust or extend immigration status. So if you have applied and you notice that it's taking longer than the estimated 8.5 or 11.5 average waiting time, or that you have an emergency such as a funeral or you have a medical appointment abroad, this is a good opportunity for you to apply for emergency advance parole. Also, if you have an immigration judge grant, what this means is that if you're in immigration court and the court has determined that you are eligible for your green card and they approved it, now you can use this in order to request an appointment at your local field office. This is very important because the local field office, they're going to want to see the immigration judge's order indicating that you are granted adjustment of status. And then it says other. So if your case is pending for a long time, it's outside the average processing time, or there's a special issue with your case, then this other would apply. Then you would just click on request appointment. Let's go ahead and go through this together. And it's going again and it's telling you the different types of things that you have to follow. One cautionary advice. Here where it says emergency advance parole is giving you some tips on how you can request it. The only problem is that emergency advance parole is very different from different locations. So like for example in Houston, this is actually not the right way in order to request emergency advance parole. So you definitely want to make sure that you maybe get an attorney involved if you're not 100% sure. Then once you click on yes, because those things apply to you, is telling you different reasons to make this type of appointment. Click on next again. Wow, it's actually giving you many different things here. So let's go ahead and click on next. It's just telling you why. And then here we'll go ahead and click on next again. It's asking if you're the applicant or petitioner or you're the attorney of record. So remember, the applicant is if you're filing by yourself. The petitioner is if, let's say for example, you filed an I-130 petition or an I-129F petition, you can click on this, and if you're the attorney, you can click on this. And since I'm teaching you how to do this, let's go ahead and click on the first one, since I will assume that you're not an attorney. Next is asking you what type that you want. Make sure that you're selecting the right one. It makes it easier. I'm pretty sure that if you click on the wrong one, that it shouldn't be a problem when you get there, but it would help them out if you click on the right one. So let's click on Add a Stamp. Once you do, it's asking you when your proof of status expires. So if you're not 100%, you can click on here. If you are a conditional green card holder and you know the exact date that your green card expires, you can click on here and put on a date. So as you see here, if you don't know the expiration date, it won't let you even schedule this appointment. So that's good to know. So let's just go ahead and click on a date here. So I'm assuming that if you click on a date that hasn't passed yet, it may not let you do this. Let's just check. Let's just put on, today is August 21st. So let's select August 20, actually let's make it 1 month in advance. August 21st, 2023. Let's see if this will allow you to make an Add a Stamp appointment, and it does. So here it asks you all these preferences, and this is really nice because if you request an Add a Stamp online, you won't get the luxury of asking them to call on a particular date and time. Instead, they will just tell you that they'll give you a call within 72 hours, and that's not good. So let's go ahead and click on one of these. And I will tell you, if you do not select like all of the options that they provide, like no preference, most likely it will take you longer to get an appointment. So my recommendation is to select no preference on those things. Next is going to ask you for your first name, last name. Middle name is optional, but I definitely recommend that you include it because it will help out the local immigration officer who's going to help you with your case. Next you see here it says date of birth, zip code, country of birth, the receipt number if you have one. I am assuming that if you, well, you may not have a petition or application number, so I can see why they're leaving this blank. Alien number, just remember the alien number is usually the 8 or 9 digit number. Usually on your receipt notices, that number is there underneath your name, or if you have a green card, it should be the USCIS number. If your alien number is less than 9 digits long, you want to put a 0 before typing out that number that's on your card. Next, your email address. This is very important because most likely they will confirm this appointment via email. So if you don't enter an email address or a valid email address, you won't get that confirmation. Next, confirm that email address. So you want to type it out twice. I don't recommend that you copy and paste because what if you messed up here and you copy and paste and then you messed up down here. Next, a telephone number. Make sure to provide a 10-digit number. This means that you want to insert all of the numbers, like for example, our office number is this one. It's only allowing you to put in a US number, so make sure that you have a US phone number. Next is asking if you have additional family members that need the service you selected. Type in yes or no. Now this is very important because sometimes when you make these local appointments at the immigration office, if there's more than one person that needs it, let's say for example you and your spouse or you and your children both need Add a Stamp appointments, you definitely want to click on yes. If you don't, the immigration, when they make this appointment, they're not going to be able to allocate the right amount of time for it. So let's say every person's allocated 30 minutes. So if you do not put down that other people need this appointment, when you meet with the immigration officer, they will not be inclined to help your other person with this immigration issue. So just remember, if you need more than one Add a Stamp or more than one issue at that Add a appointment or this appointment, you want to go ahead and click on yes. Once you click on next, most likely they're going to tell you that they're going to schedule an appointment for you and check your inbox. So again, this is the new Add a Stamp request with immigration. So if you need an appointment, this is a nice tool that you can use and is absolutely free, and this is new. So again, thank you for watching Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen, and hopefully we have made immigration easier to understand.
At David Nguyen's Law Office, we are here to help you. We bring families together through immigration. immigration. And on the other hand, we help you find solutions. All your legal needs in the hands of people who care, who are there for you. We'll take care of your loved ones at the law office of David Nguyen.